Good afternoon. My name's Ivor Ambrose. I'm the Managing Director of ENAT, which is a non-governmental organisation based in Brussels, which works to promote accessible tourism in Europe and around the world. We're working with our members who are, largely speaking, businesses in the tourism sector, public authorities like national tourist boards and regional tourist boards, universities and research centres, and of course disability and other consumer organisations who are concerned with tourism and having access to tourism. We've been working since 2008 to try to improve the understanding of accessible tourism in Europe and to promote accessible tourism, especially to suppliers, because the critical issue for accessible tourism is still the simple fact that the demand for accessibility outstrips the supply. And we can see that this is something that is going to take many years to achieve, even though interest and information about accessible tourism is growing. If you come to our website at accessibletourism.org, you can find a lot of information about projects, about research studies, statistics, initiatives, and new proposals for how to deal with the lack of accessibility in tourism today. We're motivated particularly by the fact that tourism, we believe, should be inclusive, it should be accessible to everyone, but we're also strongly motivated by trying to get tourism businesses to be more profitable and to enjoy a better turnover than they have in the past by embracing a wider market, which is the accessible tourism market. Now behind me, I've got a poster here referring to people looking for accessible tourism suppliers. And just one of the things we've done in the past couple of years is to talk to the European Commission about developing a website where different types of accessibility information schemes can come together on one platform. And we've created pandu.org, which is an internet platform which does just that. It brings together information from different accessible information schemes to allow customers to find suppliers in Europe. So by searching on pandu.org, they can find different types of services. They can find accommodation, transport, even rental of equipment that they might need when they're on holiday. They can find personal assistants. They can find tourist guides who may be able to help them if they have a particular access need. I'm highlighting this poster and the Pandu directory because this is one of the key things that we think can help bring some a sense of uniformity to a very mixed up market. When we talk about information, we need to deliver information that is reliable, that has been checked or that has been assessed, usually by an independent source, to make sure that that information is accurate and can be trustworthy. And this is where one of the gaps, if you like, exists in the European tourism market, that not all tourist boards by any means are dealing with accessibility information in a reliable way, and only a few are really showing how it needs to be done. Building onto the back of this directory, we've also decided this year, with some of our colleagues who members Visit Scotland and Visit England, to run a learning event in Scotland in September to bring together as many national tourist boards as possible in Europe to address the problems of reaching the suppliers, to convince them and to show them how to address the accessible tourism market, and also how to put this information in front of the customers. We see the national tourist boards as key players here because it's important for them to take the lead on the issue of accessibility. If they don't do it, and if they don't market it actively for their destinations and their suppliers, then it's very difficult for a small or medium-sized enterprise to take the first steps. So we want to encourage the tourist boards to lead from the front. Now, as we've heard from the Secretary General of the UNWTO, the issue of accessibility in tourism isn't just about rights and about ethics, but it's also about business. And we can see that from the extent of the accessible tourism supply in Europe, which we investigated for the European Commission a couple of years ago, we've only got about 9% of our tourism supply in Europe advertising its products and services as being accessible. Only 9%. It was 340,000 businesses we could find that advertise themselves as being accessible. And so we have to move on. We have to increase this number dramatically, and we also have to improve the quality and the experience of tourism services for everyone. So you'll be hearing throughout the rest of the day about individual projects and initiatives, and also I'm sure some more statistics. But I would just remind you of Pandu, and I will also close with a short remark about a training program that we're bringing up in the winter. In January, we're launching a MOOC, a massive online open course, which is for anyone who's working in the tourism sector to learn more about accessible tourism. They'll be able to go online and communicate with other tourism operators who have been trained to help people through the training. And we will be demonstrating how many businesses are getting a good return on investment and how they are adapting their business to deliver accessible tourism experiences for everyone. You'll hear more about this and other projects. Learn more about it through the website accessibletourism.org. I wish you all a very good day, and I hope to hear back from you through our website accessibletourism.org, or by any means through the colleagues who are with you today, many of whom are ENAT members. So keep in touch and keep working on accessible tourism for all. Thank you.